Good morning, everyone, my tribes, my ladies, everyone out there in the interwebs. Welcome to Nomadic Wonders and Temple Health. If you've never been here before in this channel, we basically talk about health, wellness. We make things, we forge things, we're just go-getters with our health. Everything having to do with our restoring our temple and making sure that we are optimal temples to go out there and do exciting things in life, because we believe that we were born to do something more than just pay bills. So if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, like the content, come on over and join me. Okay, so I wanted to have this little chat, and it's basically a very casual chat. There's nothing to it. I mean, there is something to it, but something that's been on my heart for a long time in the last couple of months. And yeah, it's like I do so much reading. I watch so many videos. I do a lot of research. That's what I have to do in order to bring my services to anyone that is seeking guidance, right? So you want to show up and you want to know what you're talking about. However, if you are not aware, I'm sure you all are aware of the sea of information that's out there. Doctors, reputable doctors, contradicting each other. This study, that study, this study says, that study says, raw this, don't do that. If you have cancer, do this. If you have cancer, don't do that. Obviously, speak with your doctor, work with your physician, and my personal belief is that go use your intuition on this one, okay? If you need to speak with a professional to guide you, even better. I would not want to deal with any health issues alone. I would want somebody or a team or somebody to help me, okay? So please be aware of that. But there's so much information out there as far as how to restore yourself, how to lose weight, how to deal with this chronic illness, if you have this pain, how do you deal with it, blah, 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 okay? And I'm looking at all the different camps, because that's kind of what I do. I go and I sift and I wean for information from different camps. So one camp will say, you definitely want to eat just plants, raw vegetables. That's where the health is at. Only that. And another camp will say, no, don't touch those plants. They're going to kill you. And then another camp tells me, only do fruit. Fruit is where it's at. And then another camp will tell me, no, just carnivore, just meats, all the meats, every meats. And then another camp will tell me, don't touch those grains. Those grains are very toxic. They have phytic acids and folates and all this stuff that can trigger IBS and gluten, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you get the drift, right? All these different camps. And I have seen testimonials from all the different camps. Okay, so even in the wheat camp, we'll call it the wheat camp. I mean, I'm all about ancient grains. I'm all about it. So even some people will say, eat only ancient grains because it'll heal you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And I get it, because actually I'm in that camp. But guess what? I'm a little bit in each camp. Okay. I kind of lean into the biodiversity of life. I want a biodiverse microbiome. And actually, I have heard several studies that talked about the people that live longer and healthier lives tend to have a biodiverse microbiome. So that's important. Okay, so that's kind of where I kind of landed in this sea of information. And I know it can get easy to drown in it if you're not careful. Okay. Your time can be consumed researching all this stuff. Okay, this is why I get hired so that you guys don't have to do the research, and but trust is gonna be huge. If you don't trust your, whoever you're being guided by, I don't think any amount of medicine or therapeutics or modalities is gonna help you, because you have to be in 100%. Your mental clarity and your mindset has to be in line with that person that's guiding you. But my point is, about the different camps. Let me go back to the different camps. Where I have landed as far as all these different camps in the sea of information is that there are so many different benefits in all the different camps. How do you just do one camp? Like, for example, how would I just do raw plant-based diet if for whatever reason happens and I can't grow any vegetables or the grocery stores are closed? Where am I going to get those vegetables from? And then on the other hand, if I'm, just eating meat, if something happens or got tainted, our meat supply got tainted, there were rules and regulations that were passed that made it harder for farmers to, keep up with their flocks and their sheep and their whatevers. And the grocery stores the prices are, outrageous. Okay. What happens then if I'm only eating meat? Where's my other sources of my other options, right? And then if I'm only eating fruits, well, there's a time, especially in America, when certain fruits are not in season unless you live in like a tropical paradise where you have a variety of different fruits all season long. Maybe perhaps you can do all fruits. And then if depending on your disease or depending on that issue, the health restoration that you're trying to accomplish, what is going to work for you? What's going to work for your personal journey where you're at right now? And that's where it gets confusing. So one thing that I found is that in all these camps, the reason why many people are getting amazing results in different camps, is that they have removed the processed garbage out of their diet, out of their lives. They've cleaned up the sugars, they cleaned up the processed foods, they have put in quality foods. So if it's like organic quality grass-fed, grass-finished meats, organics, fruits and vegetables, or they're growing their own foods, that's kind of like the common ground. Or they also modified their lifestyles, like they're exercising more. They change the environment in their home. They have filters. They protect themselves from radiation. They've protected themselves from blue light that's coming from our cell phones and our laptops and our computers. Perhaps they go outside more and they've, embraced some of those natural healing, health tools. So that's kind of what I've been seeing in all these different camps. Okay, so there is not just one camp for all people. There's many camps for many people. Okay, and I'm falling into that. I'm going in and I want to find the best, what's really the best in each camp. And I'm like kind of sifting it and sifting it out. Almost like that saying, you go in and you chew the meat, but you spit out the bones kind of deal. That's kind of what I do. And if something kind of sparks my interest, I'll really study it until I get it. I really, really want to get it so I can bring it to you guys. But I want to encourage you guys not to give up trying to take the reins of your own health, take the reins of your own life, but know that there are so many camps of different informations. And again, I'm seeing different doctors contradict themselves lately. Yeah. So, and there's a few doctors that I actually really trust, alternative doctors. I'm not talking about allopathic doctors necessarily. However, there are some good, some good doctors out there that are really standing by their oath. So good for them. But I'm talking about alternative, holistic, functional doctors here, or that have, kind of come out of the allopathic arena. There's so many, there's like, I would say 7 that I really trust. And I have been, studied under, even one that, actually certified me. But the point is, even among those doctors, I'm seeing this contradiction happen, right? So how do we go in there and glean from these amazing human beings that are trying their best to bring wellness and health to the populations, and and we're just listening, we're just taking in the information. How do we not get lost in that worldly pool of, contradictions? Well, when I go in there, I have common sense. I look at the studies. I know those. I really do like to look at the studies that they're presenting, and then I go further and I do my own research. I will, if I don't know a word, guess what? I'm going to be looking it up, because, and if it's a word that that I might know, but maybe I didn't know as well, I will look it up too, because there's so much terminology in this field. And I like to keep things simple, and so that we can understand it, so that we can say, okay, we're not like getting lost in the science and all that. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it, functional. Let's keep it so that we understand how to heal ourselves. I think that we can be guided as well. I think I tap into the guidance. Some of you might say higher powers. Y'all know that I believe in the Most High Yah, which is, basically the God of the Bible. And I lean into that, the guidance. So are you tuning into that source for guidance? What's best for you? And pausing the information that's coming all from all different humans, men, women, humans, okay? Because they might have it right for somebody, but it might not be the information for you, okay? So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, and I want you guys to keep going, sift those bones, chew the meat, sift the bones, read the research, or hey, if that's too much and you don't have time for that, this is where I'm coming in and say, hey, you can hire me. I will help guide you. Obviously, you know that I'm not a doctor, and my disclaimers are on my website at nomadicwonders.com. But I'm here. I become part of your team. Like, we do this together. And I always say, I don't heal anybody. The body itself heals itself. It's the mechanisms inside the body that heals themselves. And I think that we kind of, we've forgotten that. The easiest reminder is like when you cut your finger will heal itself. And that mechanism, I truly believe, is inside your body, all over your body. We were designed, wonderfully. I can't say that word, guys. I can't talk sometimes, but that's okay. Wonderfully. Okay, I can still say it. Okay, let's get back to the topic. Keep going. If you need guidance, don't be afraid to say, I need help. I need a guide. I need a coach. I need somebody to walk with me. I will work with your doctors. I will help you guys. I never wean anybody from medications. I think that's between you and your doctors, okay? I mean, I know how to do it probably nicely, and from my own, like if I was on medications, I kind of know how to do it correctly, but I will not get involved in that. I might share the information, but you guys need to check with your doctors. Very, very important. And the other thing, I work with herbs. I work with a lot of herbs, and a lot of times there can be interreactions between the herbs and pharmaceuticals. So then that's, again, how do you manage that information? Like, oh, that all these herbs are healing, but if you're on pharmaceuticals, maybe perhaps start weaning off those with your doctors. And then, and I'm sure there's some more gentle herbs that you can, that you can do. But what I want you to remember is that you have alternatives. You don't need to be stuck in one camp. And I'm probably, I don't know, this video is probably not gonna be so popular. Okay. But I'm just expressing myself, what's something that's been on my heart about all that information, the contradictions between the doctors. There's alternative ways. If there's something from one camp that you feel in your most inner self that it's gonna work, try it, okay? Be safe, use common sense. If you don't know something, reach out to a professional. Your physician, your doctors are there, hopefully there to help you, and read books. there's a lot of empowerment of when you have something wrong and you're able to tap into that inner healing, and you're able to correct it. So much power in that. And that actually builds your confidence for little things like, oh, if I did that, maybe I could do this. And your confidence starts, building and building. And before you know it, you're actually living a better, healthier life that promotes health. So yeah, don't drown in the sea of information, okay? It's okay to ask for help. Now, a lot of coaches, it's interesting because there's different types of coaching, different types of guidance. And I do focus on the whole holistic of the being, mind, physical, spirit, all that. And, yeah, I will, if you guys are into the whole, help me figure this, see information out, I will help you, okay? But anyway, that was what I wanted to talk about. And I've never done a video like this where I'm just rambling on and watching my chickens outside the window. But don't get discouraged. It's not an on-off switch, okay? Things take time. Certain things take longer. So it takes, you might heal your finger like the next day might be all healed up, but it takes 9 months to create a baby. So just keep that in mind. Certain conditions are gonna take longer. Be patient, but keep going. Don't try to give up. And what's the alternative? Going back to the old ways, the old lifestyle that got you sick in the first place? We've got to keep going. Okay. All right, guys. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like my ramblings about my things that are in my head, yeah, give it a thumbs up. Okay. Or leave a comment, or tell me which camp you fall into. Like, which one did you kind of lean into? Obviously I share where I lean to. I am a biodiverse type of person. So I like, and that's part of my personality too. I'm just not like a rigid person. I am in this group, in this camp. I've never been like that. So that's the type of coaching that I do. I teach a biodiverse nutrition and health plan for everyone. Okay. All right. So I will see you guys later. I hope you had a good day, or have a good day, or will have a good day, or make it a good day. Always make it a good day if it's not. Okay. All right. Shalom.